Don't mess with a high school student casually. Maybe there is a gangster brother living inside him. The boy was just splashed with water, and he immediately asked the two gangsters to apologize. Looking at the little kid in front of him, he was made to laugh by the two gangsters, and one of the gangsters immediately wanted to teach him a lesson. Little did they know that the seemingly weak high school student actually had a gangster brother living inside him. Just a few days ago, Zong Lixian was still a high school student who suffered from school bullying. That day, he climbed up the overpass to end his tragic life, but fortunately, he was saved by a gangster brother passing by. But the next second, when the gangster brother woke up in the hospital, he found that he had turned into a high school student. It turned out that the two accidentally exchanged souls. When Deba was puzzled by this, he suddenly heard the voice of his younger brother outside. So he immediately opened the door of the room, and it was indeed his younger brother outside. Oh, by the way, comrade, Deba didn't understand why his younger brother wanted to beat him, but when he looked at the mirror next to him, he realized that he had really turned into another person. He wanted to explain to his younger brother, but they took him directly to the funeral hall. Looking at his own memorial tablet, Deba was immediately angry. Who will die? Who told you to kill people at will? I'm not dead. Are you still alive? Catch him! Asshole! 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 Fortunately, the president finally spoke and let Deba, who had turned into a high school student, go over there and help them. We will survive again. Why do you want to come back, asshole? We brothers want to come back. Finally, Deba found his body. He wanted to change the bodies of the two people, but he didn't know how to do it. So Deba thought of a good way. He came to the overpass where the accident happened at that time and thought that he could change his body by jumping again here. But when Deba woke up from the hospital, he still looked like a high school student, and his body had been put into an urn. Deba was disheartened. At this point, he had no choice but to live in this high school body. At this time, a woman came over, and Deba didn't know who she was. Who are you? Hello? Are you a citizen? It turned out that this woman was his father's secretary. She came to scold Deba, saying that he was a waste of air when he was alive and a waste of land when he died. After scolding, the female secretary turned around and left. Hey, you are so pitiful. Hey, where are your parents? How can you be such a person? Finally, Deba used facial recognition to open Li Xian's tablet and learned about his experience from his diary. It turned out that he had been bullied in school for a long time and stole valuable things from home every day. As long as the school bully was not satisfied, Li Xian would be beaten up by everyone. Eat these garbage when you are full. That day, he just glanced at his classmates and was wrongly accused of being a stalker by the school bully. From then on, all the classmates avoided Li Xian. He became a recognized joke in the whole school, and he would be pointed at wherever he went. In order to punish him, a group of school bullies used his body as a torch and did not regard Li Xian as a human being at all. So he finally couldn't bear the humiliation and ended his short and young life. After reading Li Xian's diary, Deba was so angry that he broke the tablet directly. Since God made him Li Xian, he decided to live again. Li Qian is also a rich second generation. He has a chaebol father and a celebrity mother. It's just that he is an illegitimate child, and his mother is also raised in a private villa. So he gets drunk every day, and Secretary Li is responsible for watching the two. From the nanny, I learned that all of Li Xian's actions must be reported to him. The damn wine was also deliberately prepared for him. With the body of a rich second generation, Deba also accepted it happily, but looking at his long hair, he first had to go to the barber shop and change his hairstyle to a handsome one. Then he went to the library. As a gangster king, he didn't even graduate from elementary school, but he once had a dream of going to college. For this, he specially hired a teacher, but later gave up his dream because he was too busy with work. He was finally able to study openly, but Li Xian didn't recognize his classmates when he bought some basic books. Even talking like an adult, this made his classmates suspicious. Not long after, Li Xian finally started school, and he was picked up by a luxury car when he went to school. The driver told Li Xian that he used to get off the car without waiting to school. Now that Deba has occupied Li Xian's body, he decided not to keep a low profile anymore. Because Li Xian had a new hairstyle and had just entered the third year of high school, many classmates didn't recognize him. Until the teacher called his name, all the classmates were shocked. After class, the school bully came to him to cause trouble, but he never expected that a gangster boss now lived in Li Xian's body. Even when facing 6 high school students, he didn't take them seriously at all. Li Xian wanted to regain the dignity he had lost in the past with his actions. Are everyone confused by this scene? Is this still the coward they are bullied every day? A fat man with no surname took action immediately. It turned out that although the soul was a gangster boss, the body was still the body of a high school student. In the end, as expected, Li Xian was beaten by the school bully again. But it doesn't matter. He has a strong heart, and soon he will step on the school bully and hug the school beauty. But there is still a tricky thing in front of him. Because Li Xian's classmate didn't recognize him in the library before, he kept looking at Li Xian. It turned out that Li Xian wrote a sentence in his diary. It turned out that Li Xian wrote in his diary that he wanted to be friends with Kui Shijing the most. Last time it was because he stole a glance at his eyes, that he was wrongly accused of being a stalker by the school bully. When Li Xian was bullied by the school bully, he would